Welcome to Math Challenge 412. And these types of questions are important for school exams, junior and senior Olympiads, and all competitive examinations. In Math Challenge 412, we are given a semicircle, a larger square, and a smaller square. The larger square is symmetrically placed. Larger square is symmetrically placed. That means the bottom side of the larger square will be coinciding with the diameter, and the midpoint of the bottom side will be coinciding with the center of the semicircle. The bottom side, the square, the center of the bottom side will be the same as the center of the diameter, and we have a smaller red square. An area of the larger square is 64 square units. We have to find the area of the smaller red square. A semicircle, a larger square symmetrically placed, and a smaller red square. The larger square area 64, and we have to calculate the area of the smaller red square. Math challenge 412. Now area of the larger square is 64. Area of the larger square is given 64. So side will be square root of 64 or 8 units. If the area is 64, then the side will be square root of 64, that is 8 units. So the larger square, each side is 8 units. Now we draw the dotted line as shown. So when we draw it from the center of the semicircle, so the remaining part, the half of the base of the bottom side will be 4 units, and the height will be 8 units, and we will be getting a right angle triangle where the base is 4 because that is half of the side, and the altitude, the full side, that is 8, and the dotted line is the hypotenuse. So we are getting a right angle triangle, and this is also the radius. So we will calculate the length of the radius. Now look at the blinking right angle triangle. Look at the blinking right angle triangle. We already calculated that the side of the larger square is 8. So the base will be half of 8, that is 4. The full side is 8 units for the larger square. So half of it will be 4, that is the base of the right angle triangle. And the altitude, which is the side of the larger square, will be 8. So base is 4 and the altitude is 8. And the dotted line is a radius, that is the hypotenuse. So the dotted line, which is the hypotenuse, will be square root of 4 square plus 8 square, that is 4 root 5 units, and that is the radius because it is joining the center of the semicircle to a point on the circumference. So the radius of the semicircle is 4 root 5 units. What we are doing? Drawing a dotted line from the center of the semicircle to the top right corner. This is the radius and also the hypotenuse of the blinking right angle triangle. The altitude is 8, that is the side of the square, and the base is 4, that is half of the side of the square. So by Pythagoras theorem, we are getting hypotenuse is equal to 4 root 5, that is the radius of the circle, 4 root 5 square, 4 root 5 units, that is the radius of the circle. Next, now we join the center of the semicircle to the upper right corner of the smaller square, not the larger square. This time we are joining the center of the semicircle to the upper right corner of the smaller square. Again we are getting a blinking right angle triangle. So the hypotenuse, which is the radius, is 4 root 5. Hypotenuse, the radius, we have already found 4 root 5, and the altitude, which is the side of the smaller square, supposing x. The altitude will be x, that is the side of the smaller square, and the base will be, you can see, 4 plus x. 4, that is half of the side of the larger square, plus the side of the smaller square, 4 plus x. So we are getting a right angle triangle where the radius or the hypotenuse will be 4 root 5, the altitude will be x, and the base will be 4 plus x. Now, from here, we can calculate the value of x using Pythagoras theorem. Now, from the blinking right angle triangle, 4 root 5 whole square is equal to 4 plus x whole square plus x square. 4 root 5, that is a dotted line, the hypotenuse and the radius. So 4 root 5 whole square equal to 4 plus x, that is the base, 4 plus x whole square, plus x, that is the altitude, that is plus x square. So 4 root 5 whole square equal to 4 plus x whole square plus x square, or 80. 4 root 5 whole square will be 80. 4 square 16, and root 5 whole square 5, 16 to 580 will be equal to, now expand this using a plus b whole square formula, 16 plus x square plus 8x plus x square. So solving it, we are getting x square plus 4x minus 32 equal to 0, and we factorize using the breaking the middle term method. So x minus 4 into x plus 8 is 0. Now x equal to minus 8, that is rejected. So x equal to 4. So the side of the smaller square is 4. So the area of the smaller square will be 4 into 4, that is 16. So the required area is 16. So what we did, we got another right angle triangle where the base is 4 plus x, the altitude is x, and the hypotenuse or the radius is 4 root 5. Then using the Pythagoras rule, we got x square plus 4x minus 32 equal to 0, or x minus 4 into x plus 8 equal to 0. So x equal to minus 8, negative value rejected, x equal to 4. So side of the smaller square, that is the red square, is 4. So the area is 16. So the required area is 16 square units.
Was that interesting? If you have any other method, we would love to learn from you. We shall come back with more interesting videos. Like, share the videos, and subscribe to our channel if you are a math lover. Till then, goodbye.